Hey everyone, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Um, get the question of who I'm going to cheer for. Not to be bitter, but I think I will cheer for the Chiefs. It's not because the Niners knocked out the Packers, although that is starting to feel like a repeated wound over the past decade or so. But I've got the Kansas City family connection, as there we go, can be seen by a couple of my baseball caps up there. My dad was from Kansas City, and my godson is actually a Chiefs fan. He decided, in a family of Packers fans, cheeseheads, he would be a contrarian, but he insists he always roots for the Packers if they're not playing the Chiefs. So there's at least that. So yeah, I'll root for the Chiefs for my godson. And I mean, Pat Mahomes has gotten me less than 1% here and there on Immaculate Grid. So Mets and Twins. He works for that one. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Let's get into it. Let's play a little bit of Immaculate Grid. And let's see. This would have been the rarity round yesterday. Oh, I did, oh, I'm sorry. This was I think this was just a grid I played just out of the as I was uploading the video because this is like 206. This was a long time ago. But it's in the incognito mode, so that's probably why. All right. I think I just played it while I was uploading the video yesterday and didn't save it because it's incognito mode. That makes more sense. All right. Hit an Immaculate Grid, hit and play, and away we go. All right. Willie McGee works. Let's get Jimmy Fox here. Dan Heron down here. Any outfielder. Mel Ott played the outfield. Let's see. Jackie Jensen played the outfield. And Reggie Sanders played the outfield. Ooh, but now we have first round draft picks. Barry Bonds was a first round draft pick. Nomar Garcia Parra was a first round draft pick. Ooh, um, pretty sure Andy Bennis was a first round draft pick. Bam, 45 seconds with a score of 46. So that's pretty good. I actually was like kind of thinking around a little bit in anticipation as I was doing it, and I was just like, okay, outfield's next. Stan Heron was 12. That was not a very rare pick. But I was just like, no, let's not go Bonds. I'm glad I didn't because I wanted to save Bonds for first round draft pick. Or it was good that I saved him because I was gonna struggle to come up with people that quickly. Pretty rare on Andy Bennis there. First round draft picks are not something I know that intimately. So this might be a struggle. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna hit refresh, stop share. Let's go reshare. Hopefully I don't have any more technical difficulties doing this very, very basic task. That's right. I didn't get, I think I just guessed wrong on something yesterday. Grover Alexander. I surmised that he had over 200 strikeouts as a Cub, and he never did. He had it with the Phillies, but not the Cubs. All right, hit refresh on this grid here, and away we go. Let's see here. Looking for a Boston outfielder. Al Simmons. I could also do him for A's and Red Sox, though. I could also do Kevin Mitchell there. And that's, I think, going to be more rare. So let's go Al Simmons there, Kevin Mitchell here. Kevin Mitchell also works up here, but it's going to be a much higher rarity score. All right, 0.1 there. How about Norm Seaburn? There's a Kansas City Athletic. Goes 0.03. I think also would have worked here. He played first base a bit too, though. Oh, let's see. You know who also would have worked here, but I'm going to play for the outfield. Let's see. Cy Seymour was a pitcher for the Giants. I don't want to play him. And that's not who I was thinking. I was thinking of Stan Javier, but I mean he's somewhat 90s, I guess. Um, who else? Who else would be a rare pick that I could sneak out there? Um, I'm just curious. How does Stan Javier do? 0.1, pretty good. All right. And what I picked, I think I played Reggie Sanders down here. Kareem Garcia will also be an interesting pick. He was on that original Diamondbacks team. Um, Obviously not going to go with Luis Gonzalez or Steve Finley. That's a bit too obvious. Justin Upton, also same story. Um, Over here, A's and Diamondbacks. So Darren Herron netted like what, 13%, I think. I think Eric Burns is also going to get a whole bunch. Maybe we just try out Mike Morgan here because I know he works, but I think he's been rising in popularity. Oh well, 2%. Okay, so Mike Morgan is starting to get like kind of that Octavio Dotel status of no matter where he works, no matter the teams, 2%. Um, Dotel has some combos where he's up around 5 or 6, but same with Edwin Jackson. Anyway, let's come back to here. Playing the outfield for the Diamondbacks at some point in their semi-illustrious history. Well, you figure Corbin Carroll's going to do really well too, right? Um, who's going to notch something like really, really low? I keep coming back to Kareem Garcia. It was traded for Luis Gonzalez. I think that'd be an interesting one. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of someone like super, super rare. Oh, was who was it? Did Mark Reynolds ever play? Mostly played first base. I think he might have, or no, third and first base. Yeah, he was not an outfielder ever. Um, Chris Young, he played a few years there. Sean Green would work. I think Sean Green, I have a baseball card of him, right? Does it say first round draft pick? I thought I had a card of him up there. Maybe not. Maybe I replaced him. It says draft pick. I don't know if it says first round draft pick, but he'll work for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, let's go Kareem Garcia. Ooh, point 0.4. Okay, a little bit higher. All right, let's see. Well, I'm gonna get my guy Roberto Hernandez. He was a first round draft pick. All right. And then let's see. For the Red Sox, trying to think of someone somewhat rare who ideally just kind of popped into Boston, but not for a super long time. Um, Andre Dawson, maybe, but I don't know if he was a first round draft pick. No, he had a Hall of Fame career, but that doesn't necessarily correlate, does it? Actually, probably it probably does correlate. It just doesn't, it's not a guarantee. But that's not what correlate means. Mike Lowell kind of seems like he might have been, but again, I might just be imagining that. Um, Jacoby Ellsbury, but again, I'm getting into guys that are known for being from the Red Sox. What about guys who aren't as known as being Red Sox? Like a Brett Saberhagen, for example. I could see him having been a first round draft pick, but that's just because he was really good. I don't think I have any basis for that. Um, let's see. Who else? Who else? Not sure on Damon, but again, he's very well known for the Red Sox. Um, and have been like, didn't Eric Bedard play like a couple starts for the Red Sox? Jose Cruz Jr., I'm trying to think if he made his way in there. Um, Dante Bichette, I'm not sure about. He was Red Sox briefly. Um, Jose Offerman, perhaps. I struggle with this category so much. I did go through at one point. This was probably over a month ago. It was during Christmas time, so it was a little bit more time, and I was trying to come up with like a top 3 names for any given team, but that I could rely on. But I've since forgotten that list entirely, and this category gets me. Um, all right. Let's other names that are coming to mind. Shea Hillenbrand, maybe him. Um, Lester. Ooh, JD Drew would work. Something tells me that's going to be a little bit more popular because there was a lot of drama around his first draft pick selection. And I'm not sure about like guys like Millar, Veritek even. I'm gonna go with Saberhagen. Let's find out. Nah, didn't get there. All right, let's see if I'm right about Sean Green. He played right at the end there. He played a little bit with Arizona. He takes point two. So I had a rarity score of 3 going. I had 188 possible options. Who would have been better? Well, I mentioned Drew Ellsbury. I did not think of Carlton Fisk. I didn't actually think the draft went that far back. Spike Owen hits a few teams, so I'll remember him. Um, Mark Kotze, current manager of the A's. Ricky Gutierrez, I remember him with Houston. Gary Gaetti was a first round draft pick and a Red Sox. I didn't know that. Ooh, my guy Willie Banks. I like to use him. So I'm gonna remember Willie Banks. Aaron Seeley, I knew that. I have a card of him, and I was surprised when it was Red Sox when I got it, which was 20 years ago. But it was when he was with he was playing for the Rangers at the time, and I was like, oh, this must be a Rangers player, but it wasn't. It was a Red Sox player. So many options. Billy Wagner is down there. Tom Seaver would have worked. Ah, well. All right. Well, thanks so much for playing once again with me as I botch another one. A lot of options here. So this is one where I'm going to see some ghost scores, I think. We're going to see some zeros and ones. I was on my way to what, I guess 3, but that's all right. Well, thanks a lot for playing, and we'll be back at tomorrow.